Hello students, welcome you all to the new topic, that is management by objective. MBO was first popularized by Peter Drucker in his book The Practice of Management in the year 1954. Management by objective is the process of defining specific objectives within an organization that management can convey to organization member, then decide how to achieve each objective in sequence. This process allows managers to take work that need to be done one step at a time to allow for a calm yet productive work environment. This process also helps organization members to see their accomplishment as they achieve each objective, which reinforce a positive work environment and a sense of achievement. And effective management goes a long way in extracting the best out of employees and make them work as a single unit towards a common goal. It seeks to minimize external controls and maximize internal motivation through joint goal setting between the manager and the subordinate, and increasingly the subordinate's own control of his work. These are the few definitions of MBO. The first one can be defined as a process whereby the employee and the superior come together to identify common goals. The employee set their goals to be achieved, the standard to be taken as a criteria for measurement of their performance and contribution, and decide the course of action to be followed. Basically, the principle behind management is MBO is to make sure that everybody within the organization has a clear understanding of the aims or objective of that organization, as well as awareness of their own roles and responsibility in achieving those aims. So the complete MBO system is to get manager and empowered employees acting on implementing and achieve their plans, which automatically achieve those of the organization. While we are talking about the MBO, these are the few nature of MBO. It is a process of setting objective in the organization to give a sense of direction to the employees. It refers to the process of setting goal for employees so that they know what they are supposed to do at the workplace. It defines roles and responsibilities, and it guides the employees to deliver their level best and achieve the targets within the stipulated time frame. Now this is a process of MBO which consists of the 5 basic steps followed with a set organizational goals, joint goal setting, performance review, set check post, and the last one is feedback. So the first one is set organizational goal, that is establishment of an organization-wide strategy and goals, and such goals are expressed clearly and concisely and can be measured accurately. They have to be periodically revised. They should be challenging, high enough to provide motivation, but not so high that they are out of reach. Otherwise, they might result in frustration among the employees and lead to defensive behavior. The second step in MBO process is joint goal setting, that is establishment of short-term performance targets between the management and the subordinate in conference between them. The individual manager must clarify in his own mind the responsibility of their subordinates. Organizational charts and job description may be used. The manager may ask each subordinate to write down their personal goals, while in turn the manager write out the goals he thinks subordinates should have. So the manager and subordinate then decide them, reach an agreement about them, and put them in writing. The goal set should be flexible enough to accommodate new ideas, and they should stress individual responsibility. The goal should be specific and clear and should be quantified for easier measurement. The third step in the process of MBO is the performance review, that is frequent performance review meeting between the managers and the subordinate. During the initial stages of MBO program, monthly review may be used and then extended to the quarterly review. For maximum effectiveness, review probably should be made more often than once each year. The fourth one is set check post, that is establishment of major check posts to measure progress. However, a subordinate learn to establish objectives and direct activities toward their goal, the rate of control and the amount of checking gradually can be decreased. And the last step in the process of MBO is a feedback. The employee who receive frequent feedback concerning their performance are more highly motivated than those who do not feedback that is specific, relevant and timely, help satisfy the need most people feel about knowing where they stand. So under the MBA program, an employee and his supervisor meet and together define, establish and set certain goals or objectives which our employee would attempt to achieve within the period of his prescribed time. They also discuss the way and the method of measuring employee progress. The goals which are set are work related and career oriented. The employee periodically meet his supervisor to evaluate the employee's goal progress. If necessary, these goals may be revised. And frequent feedback and supervisor or subordinate interaction are the other key feature of this method. So the supervisor play supportive, counseling and coaching role in the process of MBO. These are the few benefits of MBO. The first one is the management by objective process help the employees to understand their duties at the workplace. KRA, that is key resource areas, are designed for each employee as per interest, specialization and educational qualification. The employee are clear as to what is expected out of them. It leads to satisfied employees. It avoids job mismatch and unnecessary confusion later on. The next one is employee in their own way to contribute to the achievement of the goals and objective of the organization. Every employee has his own way at the workplace. Each one feels indispensable for the organization and eventually develop a feeling of loyalty towards the organization. They tend to stick to the organization for a longer span of time and contribute effectively. They enjoy at the workplace and do not treat work as a burden. MBO also ensure effective communication amongst the employee. It leads to a positive ambience at the workplace. Management by objective leads to a well-defined hierarchy at the workplace is also one of the advantages of the MBO. It ensures transparency at all levels. A supervisor of any organization would never directly interact with the managing director in case of any query. He would first meet his reporting boss who would then pass on the message to his senior and so on. Everyone is clear about his position in the organization. The MBA process leads to highly motivated and committed employees. And the MBA process set a benchmark for every employee. The supervisor set target for each of the team members and each employee is given a list of the specific tasks. MBO is regarded as a superior method to the traditional system. However, it suffers from certain limitations and such as it sometimes ignored the prevailing culture and working condition of the organization. Its emphasis is being laid on target and objectives. It's just expect the employee to achieve their targets and meet the objective of the organization without bothering much about the existing circumstances at the workplace. Employees are just expected to perform and meet their deadlines. The MBO process sometimes do treat individuals as mere machines. The MBO process increases comparison between the individual and the workplace. Employees tend to depend on nasty politics and other unproductive tasks to outshine their fellow workers. Employees do only what their superior asks them to do. Their work lacks innovation, creativity, and sometimes also become monotonous. The reason for failure in the MBO process are hasty implementation, unknowledgeable user, lack of top management follow-through and support, overemphasis on structure, treatment as another gimmick, failure to carefully monitor and encourage the MBO process during hard initial year of implementation. So now at the last, I would like to conclude that MBO can be effective technique for performance evaluation and motivating subordinates by developing communication between executives at all levels. Those at the bottom must be willing to listen to the voice of experience and those at the top willing to accept fresh ideas from the lower employees. Similarly, executive must keep a beast of new programs, especially the modern ideas that have been developed in the academic circle. So this is all about MBO. Hope you all understood the concept and process of MBO along with the implication of MBO in organization. Thank you so much and be connected for more HR related topics. Goodbye and good take care of yourself.